The biggest news of pro wrestling just happened yesterday. Maxine Dupree has been revealed on SmackDown. Oh my gosh. Our juices are going to be so titillated. I can't even believe that's our guilty pleasures. Oh man, it felt weird to say. Also, Vince retired. What's up? I'm Malcolm. So I wanted to start doing a weekly or bi-weekly show just talking about the biggest news in pro wrestling, and I couldn't think of a better way to start this entire thing off than talking about Vince McMahon retiring from the WWE. I'm selfishly a little upset because my biggest goal in life was to get a paycheck from the WWE and just know that it was from Vince McMahon's pocket. It just goes to show that the pipe bomb was completely bogus. Punk said his company would get better when Vince was dead. Well, he's still alive, not in power, and Kevin Dunn is still employed. At 4 or 5 Eastern time, Vince put out this tweet where he says, "At 77, time for me to retire. Thank you, WWE Universe. Then, now, forever. Together. Hashtag WWE, hashtag thankful." The only part of this that really bothers me is that the hashtag thankful was lowercase, it was said with sass. Freaking Looney Tunes out here, bro. What? An official WWE press release was put out as well. Where is a very long message? We'll have it right here. You see it? See it? Very long. Basically, he's done, and Stephanie and Nick Khan are the new co-CEOs and chairwoman, chairs. They're chairs. No pronouns needed. Of the WWE. What does the WWE even look like when Vince McMahon's not in charge? In all fairness, before we talk about the reason why he might have retired, respect to the man. The dude created an environment, a community, a business where people can find escape from their troubles every Monday and Friday night, sometimes Tuesdays or Thursdays, whenever they decide to move SmackDown around. On Tuesdays when ECW was a thing, and then NXT is also still a thing. An NXT game show, that was a banger. He curated an environment for so many people to have this escape out of their normal days and their problems, or just an environment for people to make friends. I mean, so many people that I'm friends with now are because of this community of wrestling. That if it wasn't for someone like Vince McMahon, your favorite wrestling content creator, me, some are making a living buying houses off of talking about professional wrestling. And that's kind of because of Vince McMahon. Also, your creative input and da-da-da-da. But one for the wrestling, you don't know anything. From the bottom of my heart, I respect Vince McMahon so much. Now, I didn't say idolize. It's not knowledge if the reason he retired was because of the investigations. But it's a very, very safe assumption. Yeah. The most I will say about that, don't idolize celebrities because you never know what skeletons are in their closet. And clearly his closet is worth $12.5 million. Next week is Ric Flair's last match. This is weird, bro. When Vince retires, Rick is coming out of retirement. On Par Starcast weekend on July 31st, he will be part of his last match on Fight TV. During the Ric Flair last match pay-per-view, there's so many great matches that are going to be on that show, like Jacob Fatu versus Josh Alexander for the Impact Wrestling World Championship. But as far as Ric Flair's match, the only concern is that you have a pacemaker and you're 73 and you nearly died a few years ago, and you're 73 and then you nearly died a few years ago, and then you're 73 and you nearly died a few years ago, and you're 73 and you nearly died a few years ago. That's my only real concern. So I say you're 73, you almost died a few years ago, and you have a pacemaker instead of a heart. This is a little concerning, but I'm also really excited. I know that's a bad thing to say. I don't want him to die. I love Ric Flair. I'm actually a Ric Flair fan. The wrestler Ric Flair. Also, because I'm probably going to go to it. I'll be in Nashville. I'll be at StarCast interviewing wrestlers and just having a great time, drinking mimosas and chilling. Yeah, so it's going to be Ric Flair and Andrade taking on Jay Lethal and Jeff Jarrett. What the heck? When he's making his entrance, I'm going to actually take a knee and pray like Tim Tebow. I just consider anything with Jay Lethal and Andrade to be bangers on sight. So I'm just assuming that they're going to bump most of the match anyway. So we're going to have a good time regardless of what happens. Ring of Honor Debt Before Dishonor is tonight. I don't know when you guys are watching this, but as a recording, it is tonight. There's so many great matches on this card. All the titles are on the line. They brought back the 6-man tag team titles. They just said, oh yeah, the titles are going to be on the line. You just didn't announce a trios championship low key. The big talk of the town on this show is the main event. Jonathan Gresham defending the title against Claudio Castagnoli. Will Claudio finally become a world champion in professional wrestling? I think not. It has nothing to do with me not liking Claudio because I love me some Claudio. Jonathan Gresham is so yoked. The dude is a Geodude. And I feel it's really bad for him to be the best technical wrestler and just joining Tully Branch Enterprises to then lose his world title within 2 weeks of him joining that faction. It's a really, really dumb decision. Claudio could win at the next pay-per-view, but I really feel Jonathan Gresham should cheat to win and keep the title just for a little bit longer so he can really establish himself as a legitimate world champion in wrestling right now, because the top 3 or 4 world champions right now in wrestling, Roman Reigns, CM Punk / Jon Moxley. You have to say Jay White because IWGP. Then it's kind of a toss-up between Impact, Ring of Honor, NWA, MLW, who you really consider that top 4. And in a lot of people's conversations, it would probably be Jonathan Gresham would be that next top world champion. So to make sure he stays stays on top, you need to make sure that he beats people that are also on top. And Claudio is the name to beat right now. So I really feel like he should keep that championship. And I just went to Terminus in Atlanta. I saw him take on Takeshita, and oh my goodness, it was the greatest match I've ever seen. It was so good. Maybe he should be taking the title off of Gresham, not Claudio. But finally, the biggest news going to this pay-per-view is that the Briscoes have signed with Ring of Honor exclusively. Tony Khan said it on an ROH media briefing. I was actually sitting in on it. I didn't get a chance to ask a question. That kind of hurt my feelings. It's okay. But talking to Sean Ross Sapp, he announced that they are officially signed to Ring of Honor. They have been for a few weeks now. Now we all know why they dropped the Impact Tag Team title so quickly, because yeah, that made no sense to me. It's like, you guys just got here and you're already losers. What the? So the Briscoes are officially in Ring of Honor. There's so many other people that I know about as well that are officially signed to Ring of Honor and have been for a while now, but it's not my place to say those details. I know there's also other people that are Ring of Honor originals that are still signed to the company and will be there for a while. So don't be afraid. Some of your favorite guys will be there. I would love to just tell you, but I don't feel like it's my place. But man, I want to say it. Yeah, guys, that's the video. Really enjoyed. In the comments down below, let me know your favorite part of what I just talked about. And the big question of the day is, what does a WWE look like without Vince in charge? Maybe more screen time for women, and I was gonna say more black champions, but like Vince, I don't know, he put on his dashiki and he's really been about it these last couple of years. So
we going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. We going up like 1,000. I'm a flex just like a muscle man Malcolm. When it just like 1, 2, 3. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze. If you like the channel, this will squeeze.